Night, people in Shenandoah County are divided after a Virginia school district voted 5-1 to restore the names of Confederate military leaders.
Welcome back. So now, as I've told you all, there's going to be continuous of this across the nation. Again, the focus is going to be is how can they get everybody as racially charged as possible during election time. It's always the plot. It's always the goal. It's to shift the focus around or away from the policies and procedures that anyone that is, whether they're a Democratic, Republic, is going for, or the things that could be coming across the table to be approved for the following year to go into effect. If they put stories out like this will continue to make people think about white and black, Puerto Rican, Asian, whatever, instead of actually the policies. This is another tactic that they're using to catch people's attention. There's no reason that you would need to bring back 3 Confederate leaders and put their name on schools that you know for a fact that minority people go to that school. It's stupid, it's emotional, but this is a part of their plan, is to keep you off guard and not focused on what's the bigger picture is. Who are you actually voting into those seats, and not the people that are the things that are going on around it. Like getting the racial division is much more effective for them because that actually makes you distracted and not focus on the bigger picture.
To 2 public schools.
The reason why they changed the name, I kind of understand that, but we need to put it back to our heritage. This is where we're from. This is what we do.
I don't like it at all, and just thinking about it makes my heart race.
Stonewall Jackson, it's a part of our heritage.
The process was wrongfully done.
Last night, parents, teachers, and students sounded off in front of the school board.
People don't take the time to think about students like me who would not be proud to graduate from a school with the name Stonewall Jackson. He fought for slavery to be a constitutional right.
The contentious hours-long board meeting lasted into early Friday morning.
Please do what's right for Shenandoah County to restore our heritage, our history, and our school names.
And my heart breaks for the children that are going to have to walk into schools named after people that wanted them and their families enslaved by the white man.
After the killing of...
See what I'm saying again? So it's another key thing is like, you think about the George Floyd, the issue that happened in 2020 when he lost his life due to an officer standing on his neck. We've seen how the trial played out. We've seen how there was many protests across the country of just from that happening, right? He left a huge impact from his people that were in Minnesota, Houston. Even myself, I actually attended a couple of protests in the Houston area in regards to the situation. But just listen to some of the key terms that they're using. Conservative, the groups that were pushing and have already attempted to back in 2019 to get those names reinstated, right? It was pushed back. I think it was like denied 2 or 3 times, but now they've actually been able to get it taken care of. What makes it so important for it to get taken care of this year? It could just be the luck of the draw, but then also you just have to be mindful of it is that, look, not to sound like a broken record, but if they are pushing to get it taken care of now and they're still connecting the dots between other things that have occurred, listen to the verbiage. You will hear conservative, you will hear liberal a lot, you will hear either a George Floyd, you will hear an Ahmaud Arbery, you will hear anything that connects you to that emotionally and that makes people make haste decisions and just say, okay, hey, if I hear a conservative, I may connect that to Republican. If I hear liberal, I may connect that to a Democrat. Those type of things are put purposely in news to make you feel as if that, hey, I have to reason or side with this because this speaks to my emotional side. This doesn't have anything to do with logic. And this is not for me to say that George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and none of those people that were killed don't have any importance. May God bless their souls. I'm just putting this out there for you to just be mindful of this, the media tricks that they do and the propaganda that they put out to get you emotionally charged and connected to things that may not actually serve your better purpose.
Of George Floyd in 2020, there were nationwide efforts to reckon with racism and get rid of Confederate symbols. Statues were removed from public squares. Schools and military bases across the country were renamed. Here, Stonewall Jackson High School and Ashby-lee Elementary became Mountain View High and Honey Run Elementary. But in the years since, some conservative leaders here have been trying to reverse those efforts. which is what happened here.
You cannot ignore the heritage and feelings of your Black and brown students just because we are the minority. They honor men who believe that I have less value and worth because I'm Black.
This reversal is a sign that the debate over how America deals with its painful past is far from over.